Hey,
Hi, can you hear me?
were you having difficulty connecting?
Exactly, a lot of difficulty.
Where are you at the moment?
I'm at my place only, but I don't know what was happening. I was getting a request from you. I was sending you a request, and nobody was able to join.
Or Zola Muddle
Yeah.
or a Bumblebee Punjabi say. We always laugh like what's the word for chaos? It's Bumblebee. So
Yeah.
how are you, Asis?
I am good. I'm totally good. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Just while we were waiting, I was asking, there's people from Dubai, Jammu, Punjab, California that
Okay.
have joined. So lots of people want to hear from you.
Hi, everyone. I hope you all are good. I'm
So
good.
they all follow you. So thank you for coming on and joining us.
Thanks a lot for having me here.
So
Tell me.
I know you're a bit nervous. I don't know why you're nervous, the things you do. I really don't know. But hey, so how are you? What's the latest today?
So the latest today, you heard from the Rohtak how what happened with the farmers over there. They were beaten by police while they were protesting against the minister over there. So that's right now currently latest. Besides that, it's going fine on the protest over there. As such, for now, everyone's having their own struggles because now summers are there and it's really difficult to sit on roads as compared to the winters. It was relatively more easy and more comforting than on summers. It's very difficult for to sit on ground over there.
So Aziz, today I've been quite busy today. I just saw a quick headline about the protesters being beaten. Can you just tell us a little bit more about that? Because we haven't had much information on that, and I personally haven't followed it today. So where was it and what happened?
Yeah, so the farmers have been continuously protesting against the ministers, BJP ministers that come over there by doing the gherao and trying to flag them off away from there because, for the valid reasons. So today, when they were doing the same protest against Khattar,
Oh,
so
it's good. Okay.
so the police came over there and, all that dispute happened between the farmers.
Okay, okay. So there were lathi charge, and I saw a bit of the headlines.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You know, you're getting a lot of messages, people saying thank you. I've seen you on Tikri border. Is that where you mostly are?
Yeah, I've been there on Singhu, I've been there on Tikri, everywhere. Been there on Gazipur too.
Wow. Okay, you're getting a lot of respect. So I love your name. I just love saying Asis Kaur. It's such a lovely name. It's so nice. Um, so as I said, thank you. So tell us about your journey, Asis, because we've all seen you on the ground, sharing these wonderful reports. Your reporting is fantastic, and you've become almost the go-to person to get factual information. Because as you know, at this time, there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of scaremongering. There's a lot of false information that's being put out for various reasons, but your reporting is always spot on. So when there's a bit of news, you think, I'll go and check Asis's post, because if she said it, then it must be right. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
people are saying brave reporter. Please don't cry. Please don't cry on me.
No, no, I'm crying right now.
So Dr. Ritu a few weeks ago started crying, and it was terrible. Um, so yeah. So how long have you been there, and which border? And just tell us a little bit about the stuff that you've been reporting on across the borders. When did
Okay,
you start?
okay. So I started reporting the moment the farmers came over on the Delhi border since 26th, and the journey so far has been a total emotional roller coaster ride. What happened was that we all know that there was two different narratives going on. One on the national media, which was showing that, oh my god, some they actually used the words like terrorist. Such words were used for the farmers, and simultaneously on the regional media, if when I used to see towards the regional media, it was a totally different narrative. So first of all, just to make sure of me, I went there to see myself on the protest, that what is actual reality, who is saying the truth, what is going on over there. So the journey started from there to going on to the protest and talking to the people sitting over there. And after talking to them, it was a realization that actual reality is not coming forward. Actually, the people suffering there, what is their suffering, what are they going through, is not coming to, forward in front of any of us. We all are in another darkness of what narrative was being spoken by the national media at that time. So the journey started from there. And when I started talking to people over there, I thought of using a platform to bring out those voices in all the unbiased and the most honest ways I could. But that was so emotional that sometimes there would not have been, not even sometimes, there would not have been a single interview that did not make me cry myself. Hearing those 80-year-old, can you see me? It's not working. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go on. So we lost your 80-year-old.
Hearing
Seeing the 80-year-old.
80-year, yeah, hearing those 80-old speaking their life stories, and sitting there and having such motivation. Yeah.
I think your internet
There's some
connection is
issue.
on and off. So I bet you किसी ने message आए
They
भी
telling their
पंजाबी बोलो
stories,
ता
and
माफ करना पर go on Asis, go on. Carry on.
I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now? I think your internet
What were you
connection. Do you
saying?
want to go out
Punjabi?
and rejoin your you keep freezing, yeah? अच्छा ਤਾਂ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਗਰੂਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿਖਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਹਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਲ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ can you hear me Asis? Okay, I think her internet connection is letting her down.
Can you hear me too right now?
Asis, sign off and come back. Come back in. Okay, I'm just gonna. Let's go to rejoin. So this is the problem in Punjab with the internet connections. And she's completely frozen. Okay, so I'll just go through some of your messages while we're waiting for her to rejoin. Okay, so we're going to have a problem here. Right, I've sent her another request. Okay, so ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ ਲੋਕ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ Are you there?
Hi.
Oh, that's
I'm
better.
so sorry. I don't know what was the issue.
That's fine. That's the way the internet is, isn't it? So we sort of lost you when you were saying that listening to the bujurgs, the 80-year-olds, listening to their stories, it was making
Exactly.
you emotional.
Exactly. And those 80 years old who have seen 1984, who have seen partition, those people, those women, those men who do not deserve to sit there at this age and who are sitting for us. One of the main concern was that those people are protesting what we gonna protest years later. We need to understand that. As being millennials, we need to understand that the need of the hour is not to think that okay, this is a farmer's protest. This is not a farmer's protest. If you're eating a food, this is your protest. You need to get this.
And
So one of the thing that I saw there was that there were a lot of youngsters who were coming, either from Punjab, either from Delhi, who were coming and supporting the farmers because they understood, and felt very proud that actually we are now moving forward in a righteous way and understanding that we need to voice up. It's not just for a certain section of people. If there is the laws are for them, it's not, the fight is not just for them. So that has been a journey so far.
for you personally, has there been a learning for you?
Ah, a lot, a lot. In all those days, in all these days, I have learned so much from them. I have learned how to, first of all, the strength, the real meaning of strength has come forward. We all used to hear that, you know, we belong to a religion who has always stood up for humanity. I have grown up hearing such stories. I've grown up hearing ਮੇਰੀ ਦਾਦੀ ਤੋਂ ਆਜ਼ਾਦੀ ਦੀ ਸਟੋਰੀਜ਼ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਇਹ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਸੀ ਬਟ ਜਦ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੇਖਿਆ when I went there I saw that's this is a revolution going on, and besides strength what changed in me was patience. My god, the patience they are having right now to sit and face each and every circumstance over there. It's not easy to stay in unsanitized environment. Recent few days before, not even few days, like 2 months before, the sanitation condition there was worse, very bad, because the government stopped the community toilets over there and metro got closed and all this thing happened, certain things happened, and the sanitization was totally hindered because of this thing. So all these things and surviving all these circumstances, sitting over there in this weather, everything, it was a very big thing and it requires a lot of patience. This thing has changed totally in me to become patient and to fight for something. Fight for your things. If you're not going to fight for yourself, nobody's going to come and fight for yourself.
100%. 100%. And no, that's not Apollo, Omar. I think the dog's barking your end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I've had a message from a friend of ours saying, is it Apollo? No, Apollo doesn't bark. He's too
I'm sorry. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no, no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So another thing that you've done consistently is covered the arrests. So the
Yeah.
people that have been arrested and the process in trying to get them released. So just share with us some of the charges and some of the reasons for the arrests. What have they been? What do they range from?
So if you talk about the charges like Section 307, charges like attempt to murder, decati, such charges were put upon those farmers. And when I asked them when they came out that what was the reason of your arrest, the answer I got were very different scenarios. Some said that we went there to inquire about something and we got arrested. Some said that we went there to ask for help to know the ways or the roads, and we got arrested. And what happened next is very difficult to describe. The way they were tortured, that they told us that they were beaten, they were harassed, all these things. It was very bad. It was very bad to hear over there what is happening with them. So, but in all of these things, I would totally thank our lawyers. The team has done an incredible job to get them out. Some of the farmers, when they came out, they literally told us that the other prisoners sitting over there with them, they used to mock over them that the charges you're having, it would take you years to get out of this jail. You will be sitting here, you will be here. But they, when they came out, they were so happy that we are out, and they were like, in the incredible job was done by the lawyers, totally by the lawyers. I would really thank the whole team of DSGMC for working so well over them. And you know, the most different and unique part was the spirits that they came out with. After facing all the hardship, I would really share the part of Jaswinder Asha Bhuttar. He's a commentator. He was arrested as told by him. He specifically told that he went there to inquire about someone, and he was arrested saying that we will keep you here for some time and we'll leave you, and then he got arrested. And you wouldn't believe, the day he was bailed out, he came out of jail saying the slogans Kisan Ekta Morcha Zindabad so loudly that all the people around, they just, we got goosebumps listening to him, that oh my god, he's having such high spirits. Same as with Ranjit. I was myself having tears when Ranjit came out. I can't describe the emotion to see him, because all these days meeting his family, meeting everyone's family, the day they got arrested to the day they were bailed out, it was totally so emotional. And it's somewhere connected with them, that why are they facing such hardships when they have not even done something? Why are they going through these things?
So yeah, of course, Nordeep as well was released.
Exactly.
So
Shiv Kumar, I would share the part of Shiv Kumar. I was
yeah,
there when Shiv Kumar came out, and he was having a fracture on his leg. And he was walking by and coming over to it. It was a distance of at least some distance was there from the jail to the gate of the gate which he has to come out. He was walking and raising the slogans like anything, speaking out loudly. Besides all that pain he was handling, it motivated us more that we need to bring their voice out to the public, what they are facing.
so how is Shiv Kumar now? Because I spoke to Nordeep a couple of weeks ago, and she said he was receiving treatment in
Yes,
Chandigarh. Is he still?
treatment. Yeah, he's receiving treatment because he has been through a lot. A lot has happened with him. Yeah, he's into that.
So Asis, just what you've said. So people are going to the police station to inquire, to make an inquiry, like you would about somebody, or just any general inquiry, and they're being arrested for attempted to murder. Is that right?
That's what they told us. Yes.
I think that says a lot, doesn't it, really? Okay. So they're coming out, and of course, if you've gone through that and you've gone through the torture, they're more determined, and the spirits, like you say, we
Yeah, the
see.
first thing said coming out, that we are going back to Morcha, the very first thing. And I was like, wow, man, you really need really high spirits to, again go back and go back more powerful. And they, all of them requested that we are going back. We want others to come back to the Morcha as soon as possible.
So that spirit can't be beaten, can it?
No, not at all, not at all.
Okay. Okay, so what has motivated you, Asis? So, like you said, you've had this journey from November time onwards. You've seen all this suffering. What's keeping you going? What's motivating you? Like, I'm going to get up, I'm going to go there, I'm going to report this, because as I said, your Instagram, your social media has become a real source of information, and you've been amplifying what's going on the ground consistently. So what is it that's driving you? What is motivating you?
One of the reasons is obviously when I went there, I saw those people that if they can sit over there, fight for their rights, then what they need is our voice. So that's the biggest motivation, to voice up for somebody who is really fighting ultimately for us. that's the only way we can support. We can talk, make their voices go to the masses, and that's the biggest way. That's the biggest motivation for me. And second motivation is to the roots we belong to. We belong to the roots of Maipa Goji. When you belong to such great roots, the one who fought, why can't we fight like this? And when we weapon could not be just the weapon is just only needs to be a video to be put out, time to go over there and talk to them. This is the weapon. So that's the motivation, that if you have something that you can give them in your ways, give it to them and be their voice and help them in any ways. So that's my motivation to helping them to voice out, because it's ultimately my fight too.
Absolutely, 100%. And what about the challenges that you faced as a lady, as a female on the ground? Just please share what some of the challenges that you've had. So
So
obviously on social media, we see a lot of abuse coming towards people, regardless of their male or female. And with females, obviously the abuse takes a very unpleasant, unsavory,
yeah.
a different aspect altogether. But what about some of the challenges that you face? Because we see the wonderful work and, lots of love coming for you on the Instagram here. Lots of people saying, well done. Very, very proud of you. You've got a lot of courage. You're doing a good job. But only you know the steps that you're walking, right? In your shoes. What's it like? What is the challenges that you faced?
As such, one of the biggest challenge has been to bring out the voice in the most honest and sincere way I could. That should not hinder anything that they are struggling. And there was a challenge a few days back when the routes were blocked, that we were not able to reach there on time. We were not able to reach properly there. There was lots and lots of cut short ways that we had to take to reach towards the morcha. This was one of the challenge. Elsewise, uh, I have got a lot of motivation from my parents, to be very honest. To be very honest, they have been always there at my back to support me, that no matter what, we are standing with you. You are doing great job. So I would not say a challenge, it was a motivation against. And there cannot be a bigger challenge what they are facing. No challenge of mine could come in way to raise their voice what they are doing for us.
Wow. I can really feel your emotions and your passion to do this more. In terms of, like, have people said to you, na ja, na apni awaaj tha, na mure ho? Have people said that to you? Are people scared for
Yeah,
you?
and not
Yeah.
in that way.
Yeah.
I have got a lot of messages. I've got a lot of people saying this thing, to be safe, to be safe, to be safe. That was, I guess, part of their care and concern towards me. But yes, no, I have not got such thing that Naja and all.
You have.
I have, yeah, no, I have not got. The only thing that keeps you safe is once you move out of home and you do ardas, that ਰੱਬ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਚੱਲੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਫਲਾ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ obviously he is there to take care of you.
I've got to say, if you believe in Adas, like even with us, when Ravi's gone into terrible situations, or even when I've been in terrible situations, in Nepal, I was caught in an earthquake, and the power of Adas, once you've done the
It's
Adas, you just think, Jalo, now he's going to look after me, right?
yeah, and to be very honest, in this protest, the power of ardas that I've seen is incredible. The power of ardas, the power of having faith in God. To be very honest, it has doubled the faith in me for God, that those people, ਮਤਲਬ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੀ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਈ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਸਟੇਜਸ ਆਏ, ਕਈ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਮੂਮੈਂਟਸ ਆਏ ਜਦ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕੀਤੀ. I can't tell you exactly what it is. I can't express right now and bring it out in words, but that moment was there when the only thing left was Rab Agge Ardas, and it has fulfilled everything. And that's the only way. I would really say everyone that is the only way you can move forward. Having faith that whatever you're doing right now will reap good results if you have faith in God.
And that's pushing you further.
Yes, totally, totally.
Brilliant, brilliant. So share with us any stories, any personal stories that you've had. I know when we were speaking earlier, you were saying that there's some really emotional stories. So we don't get to see the personal stories from the ground. So are there any that struck with you? Any old, old people or anything particular?
Yeah, one of the person that I go to when I see towards also sometimes. In the initial days, I met a Babaji. He was Buzurg. He was sitting over there and he got his hand fractured because he was there at night. He was going towards the washroom, as he told me that he was going towards the washroom and he was hit by a bike from behind and his hand got fractured. When I went there to cover the event, his mates told me that, oh, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਰਾਤੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਸੀ, ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ. They told us the story, what was happening. And I went towards him to ask him, and the first reaction he gave me was that ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਕੈਮਰੇ ਅੱਗੇ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਦੇ ਹੋ ਏਦਾਂ ਕਰ ਲਓ. ਮੈਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ, ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਅੱਗੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ, ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ. The thing he said was ਕਿ ਜੇਕਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਘਰਦਿਆਂ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਚਲੀ ਗਈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵਾਪਸ ਬੁਲਾ ਲੈ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵਾਪਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ. And I was like, oh God, you're in so much pain. You're sitting over here with that pain. You do not want to come in front of camera just so that your family does not know it. The first thing we think after getting stuck somewhere, getting hurt, is that let's inform our family. And he does not want to do that just because he wants to stay at the protest. There was a lady who was not able to listen, who had hearing issues, and she was sitting over there. She was having hearing issues, she was having physical disabilities, but still she was sitting over there for the protest. And many such things, like children. Oh, the stories is of the children, the who come over there, who used to eat, get langar, the poor children over who used to live in the areas near the border. They were so happy whenever you go there. The smiles on their face are there. They do not want the farmers to go back. They have so many, they just stay over there. Then they got the schools, thanks to Ritu, thanks to Sanji sir,
Yeah.
thanks to the people. They started such initiative and they got schools and all. And those kids were so happy when I went there at Sanji Sat and I asked the children sitting over there. They were like, I was told that these guys, they come 2 hours before and they don't leave till the time you don't send them back. They are so attached to these places. So such stories, make you not want to go back to your place even. That you don't want to go back, you just want to stay with those people.
It's a home from home, isn't it, for many now?
Exactly. And the bond they have created recently, I shared that video also when I went to Shahjahanpur border. And the way I saw their gatherings over there, like people used to say, we all used to, have sometimes there were negative narratives coming, discriminating between the religions, Hindu, Muslim, and all such things used to happen before, and it was some misunderstandings. But when I went to those that when I went there at Shahjahanpur border, and the way I saw them bonding with each other, it was such an incredible moment to see that unity among them, and it was so great to see the bonds they have created. They have become best friends. Ah, one thing I want to share, I was passing by and I heard a conversation between three of the farmers that they were discussing about marriage things of one of their daughter's marriage, and he was the farmer. One of the farmers was from Haryana, and what he was saying was that I would say that in Punjabi. He was talking in Hindi though, that ਯਾਰ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਖਰਚਾ ਬੜਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ, ਵਿਆਹ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਅਗਲੇ ਮਹੀਨੇ, ਹੁਣ ਖਰਚਾ ਬੜਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ. ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਨੇ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਖਰਚਾ ਕੀ ਹੋਗਾ. ਹੁਣ ਯਾਰੀ ਪਾ ਲਈ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸੱਦਣਾ ਪਏਗਾ. ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਪਏਗਾ and I was like laughing. I could not obviously go because I was just hearing them from outside. I could not tell that I'm hearing your conversation, but it was so amazing to hear that such, you know, such bonds they're having right now, that they're thinking of calling each other in their own personal functions and all. It was so amazing. So such stories are there on ground that make you so emotional over
One
there.
good thing that's come out of this is the unity amongst people, isn't it? Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, that everybody's together.
Exactly, exactly. And I would really thank all of the global support. Trust me, there are a lot of farmers who are having kids abroad, and when those kids tell them, and when we go, they tell us, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ, ਉਹਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿਖ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਾਏਗੀ and all. They all know what you guys are doing. They all know how their voices are, you know, taken up from each part of the world right now. So it's a great support. It's a great support that everyone is coming forward to.
And that, like I said to you earlier, the reason for doing these lives is to keep the process highlighted, let people know that it's still going on, right? Because people have
Yes.
got used to their daily lives, and you know, they might just half an hour, they might just watch the news and think, all right, Jilotika. But that support is what's really important. And again from the ground, what we're hearing is that it's the outside voices that are motivating people, and it's keeping people going. And it's comfort for you guys there on the ground,
Exactly.
knowing that there are people behind you, right?
Exactly.
Great. Okay. Anything that you really want to say? Because I, you know, like I said to you, I wanted to bring you on because I'm myself am really loving seeing the strong young female, you know, activists like you, reporters like you on the ground that are leading, and they are being fantastic role models. You know, for too long, Punjabi, especially Punjabis, girls have only had TikTok stars and Punjabi film stars to look up to, and that's not always the best role model. What you guys
Exactly.
on the ground are doing right now is just beyond words, and it is amazing. It really is. And honestly, the messages that I'm getting support for you, and a lot of people are saying it's the first time they've seen you without the mask as well. This is a Cisco.
Oh, exactly. A lot of people say me this thing.
So there is a lot of love, a lot of respect.
Thank you.
And you know, we need more role models like you, and you might not even realize what you're doing. So listening to you, I'm getting that you don't even realize how much of an impact you're having. But you are.
Thank you so much.
Some Gail's written your contribution is remarkable, and it really is. You are doing an amazing job, and you might be there with your microphone and think, people, is anybody going to watch me? There's a lot of people watching you and appreciating what you're doing, and we're all behind you and supporting you.
Few days earlier, I had such an incident. I was there at a protest, and a lady came over me. She asked me, everybody asks you over there that which news channel are you working in? What is this news channel? Just to make sure that somebody who's gonna oppose them is not there. So I told her my mic ID that, okay, I'm from this channel. Okay. So she said, in Punjabi only, she said me that, तेरे वर्गी ना एक कुड़ी सी मैं देखा सी उदी वीडियो देखी सी वो भी तेरे वर्गी दिखती है. At that time I was having my hair in different way, so and the video she was talking about, I was having a bun on my head. So she said that ਉਹਨੇ ਨਾ ਜੂੜਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ, ਬੜੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਾਈ ਸੀ ਉਹਨੇ, ਸਭ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਅਪੋਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ. I said, okay, ठीक है. I was listening. I did not tell that, okay, I'm the one. ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਬੇਟਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਰਗੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕੁੜੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰੋ. I was like, okay, thank you, and I went back. And then I realized, okay, people do watch, and it's like so good to hear that thing sometimes.
People are watching you. People are watching you. They're loving you. They're supporting you. And I particularly like the banter that you have with the Babbi and the Bibi. If I was there, I would really love that. So when you talk to the Bibi, I say, give that to Sitiga, and then they start talking to you, and they're funny ways. And I love
very
that.
sweet. They are very sweet. The recent video that I shared in which they were talking, I was amazed that she's talking about her hardship. Her tent went by in the storm and she's laughing and telling me. I was like, yeah, I can relate. You are our elders. That's how it is for us, that you do not, care about what wrong happened. You find out a humor out of it, that, oh, dekho ki ho gaya.
And that's the spirit that's keeping people going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Brilliant. Any messages to people that you want to relay before we end today?
Yeah, I really want to say two things. That first thing is that social media is a very big platform, and as positively we put out a word, something negative also goes out sometimes. So before sharing any thought, before sharing any news, please do verify. Please do verify what you are listening. Is it correct or not? Through you, we are having a lot of different very platforms like Aman from Twitter, like other people, Sikh Expo. Every such channels are there who can tell you the truth. So do verify what you are about to post, as it does get circulated. And similarly, the second thing that I want to say is that to not treat farmers' protest just like another social media, what do we say, trend. It's
Hashtag.
not a trend. Yeah, it's not a trend. It is a reality. Don't start, don't stop speaking about it. You have to continuously raise the voice and do your bit in any way you could. If you are there in Delhi, you can reach, please do reach there. If you do not want to donate anything, do not go sit with them. Actually, the thing we used to hear before was that we need to be there with our elders. They really need to talk. When I go there and I see them, you can just go sit with them, have few conversations with them. They would be extremely happy to know that, okay, you are there. So
And
do your bit in any way you could.
and that's all they want, isn't it? To know that the next generation
Exactly.
is understanding them, is following them,
Exactly.
because this is, they've lived their life. What they're doing is for that future generation.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, I want to share a story with you. Somebody told me a few months ago, there was a couple, the lady was in Punjab, she was looking after the back home elderly couple, and the man was sitting at the morja in single border. And she heard, you remember in the early days they were saying the army's coming, there's going to be trouble, that, you know, there was a lot of scaremongering going on. She heard something, and this couple have no children, so she
He
heard.
is from Akhand Kirtani Jatha. He is having a stall over there and he's still serving. He's still serving over
Okay,
there.
so
Like,
you know who it is, yeah. So
yes,
his
he's
wife came,
continuously.
she heard that there'd been all this going on. She got on a bus, came to see him, found him, and said to him, "Tu tika?" He goes, "Ma tika." She goes, "Tika data re." That's all she said, and she went back. And it's like, you know, you can't beat that spirit.
Exactly, exactly. People are like that. These days, they have rotations going on. Be it bibiyan, be it buzurg, they all have rotations going on. Like for few days, some of them gonna come, and after the rest of them gonna take care of other household things or the farming. They're gonna take care of that at the back, and after a few days those 10 gonna come and they gonna sit at the protest and they will go back. So this they are working in such a disciplined manner and such good rotations. It's really amazing, but nobody, be it anything, come what may, they are sitting with high spirits and they do not want to leave back.
Absolutely, 100%. And you know, we will carry on doing all we can do to keep
Sure.
the movement alive. And if you need any support or any help, that our team there can help you, or we can help you.
Thanks a lot. And you guys are doing amazing job on ground. Totally. Khalsa Aid has been such a great motivation for farmers. For all the efforts, it's amazing. It's totally amazing.
Our team in India is amazing. Amrit Singh, Gurpreet, Nazia, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Have you met Nazia? She's often on the ground.
I've not met Nazia. I've met your team head over there.
Amrit, yeah.
It was amazing meeting them.
I'll connect you guys more. But yeah,
Sure.
Thank you, Asis. We've been talking for 45 minutes. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we will keep
Thanks
in
a lot.
touch. And please keep
Yeah, sure.
please keep sharing all your great work, and we are watching you. And
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
and we do follow you, and what you're doing is priceless.
Thanks a lot. I just saw Ravi sir's comments. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being there.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I just want to say, ਕਾਫੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹਨੇ ਹੋ ਕੀ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ। Or maybe we'll do one in Punjabi later on.
Sure. Any day, any day.
Yeah, okay,
sure.
We'll see, because there's been a lot of people want to hear from you, and they're saying Punjabi de vich gal karo, maybe later. Ravi
Sure.
says you're smashing it, Asis.
Thanks a lot.
That's a compliment.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. That means a lot.
Okay, keep strong, keep smiling.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much for having me here.
Absolute pleasure. Absolutely. Thank you for taking time for us.
Sure.
Okay. I will put the link up on YouTube, and we can share it with people that perhaps haven't seen it.
Sure, sure. Anytime. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Asis. Bye.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.